Wait, pause for a second. This isn't small energy. This isn't casual interest. This is something that has grown intense, layered, and almost overwhelming. What's happening around you right now is powerful, and you may not even fully realize how strongly it's building behind the scenes. Amelia's here. There are two strong energies connected to you at this moment. Not random people. Not average personalities. These are individuals who are used to leading, used to being respected, used to being the ones in control. They walk through life with confidence. They're not the type who chase easily. They're usually the ones being chased. But when it comes to you, something has shifted. Something has shaken their usual stability. Both of them feel drawn to you in a way that goes beyond surface attraction. This isn't just about looks or charm. This is about presence. Your presence. The way you carry yourself. The way you don't overextend. The way you hold back just enough. There's something about your silence, your self-control, your natural glow that makes you feel untouchable. And that mystery, it's driving them wild. One of them is completely consumed in thought. You live in his mind more than he'd ever admit out loud. He replays conversations. He wonders what you're doing. He checks for signs. He feels like you've taken up space in his head without even trying. And the more he tries to distract himself, the more he ends up circling back to you. It's almost frustrating for him because he's not used to losing focus like this. The other one reacts differently, but just as intensely. Around you, his usual confidence wavers. He feels something deeper, a weakness he can't explain. It's not that he lacks strength. It's that you soften him. You touch something vulnerable inside him that he doesn't show to the world. And that vulnerability both excites him and scares him at the same time. What makes this even more powerful is that they are aware of each other's presence. There is silent competition, silent comparison, each one watching the other carefully. Neither wants to lose. Neither wants to appear weaker. Pride is involved. Ego is involved. But so is genuine desire. And that combination, it's explosive. If one feels you getting closer to the other, jealousy sparks immediately. Not small jealousy. The kind that tightens the chest. The kind that makes someone restless at night. They don't want to share your attention. They don't want to feel second place. To them, you are the prize. Rare. Valuable. Worth the fight. And yet, here's the most important part. You're not doing anything dramatic. You're not playing games. You're not manipulating. You're simply standing in your own energy. Calm, confident, centered. You're not chasing either one of them. And that lack of chasing is exactly what intensifies everything. They're used to winning easily. Used to people falling quickly. But with you, it's different. You don't bend. You don't rush. You don't reveal everything. And because they can't fully read you, they become even more determined to understand you, to win you, to claim your attention. Desire is strong here. Physical attraction is strong. Emotional pull is strong. There's possessiveness rising beneath the surface. Both of them imagine what it would be like to have you fully, to spend nights with you, to feel chosen by you. There's no thought of sharing. Each one wants exclusivity. Each one wants to be the one you choose. And the irony, while they are spiraling internally, you remain steady. While their logic weakens, yours remains clear. While their pride gets challenged, your power stays quiet and composed. This is not light energy. This is rivalry mixed with obsession, attraction mixed with ego, desire mixed with fear of losing. And it's all orbiting around you. You are the calm in the middle of two powerful storms. This energy around you right now is not light, and it's definitely not casual. It's deep, intense, and almost overwhelming. There are two people whose focus is locked onto you, and neither of them is playing small. This isn't a passing attraction or a simple crush. This feels consuming. You're not just someone they admire from a distance, you are someone they crave. Emotionally, mentally, physically, in ways that even surprise them. One of them carries a very dominant, possessive energy. They don't just want your attention, they want your surrender. They imagine you fully choosing them, fully giving in, fully wrapped in their presence. In their mind, you belong close to them, night after night, claimed and protected. They think about holding you, feeling you, hearing you say their name. They imagine whispering how completely you've taken over their thoughts. Because you have. You live in their mind constantly. You've become the fantasy they can't shut off, the temptation they can't escape. The one person who makes their control slip. The other person is just as intense, but their energy comes out differently. They are competitive, strategic. They want to win you. They don't like the idea of anyone else getting close to you. The thought of you choosing someone else triggers something primal inside them. They want to prove they are stronger, better, more worthy. They want to leave a mark on your heart, something unforgettable, something that makes it clear that they were there, that they mattered, that they were the one who changed everything. And yes, this kind of energy is dangerous, not because it's negative, but because it's addictive. Being wanted like this is powerful. Being desired this deeply can make your head spin. You are their most dangerous temptation. They try to focus on other things, but it always circles back to you. Your voice, your energy, your presence. It's like you've imprinted on their thoughts. What makes this even more intense is that these are not weak people. These are strong personalities. The type who usually intimidate others. The type who stay in control. People who rarely lose their composure. But around you, they soften. They hesitate. They overthink. They feel that nervous energy in their chest. You make them weak in ways they don't fully understand. Without your energy, something feels missing for them. Quiet, almost dull. The rivalry between them is real. Even if you don't see it directly, it's there. They can feel each other's presence. They sense the competition. And instead of backing down, it makes them push harder. They want to be bolder, more unforgettable, more intense. They want to be the one you think about before sleep, the one you miss when you're alone, the one who gets chosen. But here's the truth underneath all of it. You hold the power. You are the center of this dynamic. They may be competing, they may be burning with desire, but you are the one calling the shots. Whether you realize it or not, your silence, your attention, your response, it all shifts the energy. You are the queen in this situation. They move around you. You might even be feeling this from two directions. Sudden warmth in your body. Random thoughts about two different people at different times. Repeated signs that show up in pairs. Two dreams. Two messages. Two similar moments that make you pause. The pull you feel like you're being tugged in opposite directions. That's the energy of both of them reaching for you at the same time. And just when it feels like you understand what's happening, the story deepens. This isn't just attraction. It's layered. It's emotional. It's intense in a way that can cross boundaries if not handled carefully. One or both of them may act out of character. They may take risks they wouldn't normally take. Because when desire mixes with competition, things escalate quickly. This is not calm energy. This is fire meeting fire. This is obsession building quietly under the surface. And right in the middle of it stands you, magnetic, powerful, unforgettable. Whether you step forward, step back, or simply observe, everything shifts based on what you choose. What I'm seeing here is not light attraction, not a passing crush, not someone casually thinking about you when they're bored. This has moved far beyond that. These two people are no longer just fantasizing about what if. They are emotionally invested in a future with you. In their minds, you are already part of their long-term story. They're not just imagining dates or temporary excitement. They are picturing years, commitment, permanence. And that shift from fantasy to planning is what makes this energy so intense. Both of them are in a serious mindset. One of them is constantly running scenarios in his head about how to secure you. He's thinking about the right timing, the right moment, the perfect way to express what he feels. He's mentally rehearsing big gestures, imagining how he would propose, how you would look, how your eyes would light up. The other one is just as serious, but more strategic and intense in a quieter way. He's thinking about how to weave you into his life completely, how to make you feel safe, chosen, and bound to him in a way that feels unbreakable. This is no longer playful competition. This feels like a rivalry that has turned deep and almost territorial. And the reason for all this? It's you. Your energy has changed. You are glowing in a way that feels powerful and undeniable. You're carrying yourself differently. There is confidence, magnetism, and a quiet authority around you. They see you as someone rare, someone elevated, someone who stands out in a room without even trying. In their minds, you are the prize, the crown, the person worth fighting for. And that glow makes it impossible for them to focus on anyone else. You are on their minds constantly. It's like you live there rent-free. They replay memories with you over and over again. The way you smiled, the way you touched them, the way you looked at them in silence. Even the quiet moments between you have weight in their thoughts. There's a loop happening in their minds where your presence keeps resurfacing. It's not fading with time. It's growing stronger. The more they try to distract themselves, the more you come back into focus. The emotional depth here is intense. They don't just feel attracted to you physically. They feel spiritually and emotionally drawn in. They believe that being with you would level them up, that you would inspire them, strengthen them, challenge them in the best way. They see you as someone who adds value to their life in every sense. This isn't about one passionate night. This is about building a life, sharing space, sharing time, sharing futures. The physical chemistry also plays a big role in this. The intimacy you shared, the closeness, the whispers, the connection, still lingers strongly in their bodies and minds. They want to relive it. They want to deepen it. They want to experience it again, but this time with more certainty and ownership. One of them keeps thinking to himself, "I'm completely crazy about you." The other feels, "I will do whatever it takes to make this real." And to them, this doesn't feel like a fantasy anymore. It feels like something they are determined to claim. Jealousy is definitely present. The idea of you being closer to the other person sparks something intense in both of them. It pushes them. It motivates them. It makes them want to prove themselves. They're not just competing for your attention, they're competing for your commitment, for your loyalty, for your future. They want to be the one you choose when everything settles. And what stands out the most is the strong commitment energy coming from more than one direction. Proposal thoughts are forming. Plans are being imagined. One sees a grand, unforgettable moment, a ring hidden, perfect timing, maybe something dramatic and public. The other sees something deeply personal, a private, meaningful setting, maybe under the stars, somewhere quiet and sacred, where the moment feels intimate and intense. This energy is serious. It's long-term. It's passionate. They're not thinking about how to have you temporarily. They're thinking about how to keep you, how to build with you, how to make sure you stay. And while they may feel like they're racing against each other, the real power in this situation belongs to you. You are the one they're planning for. You are the one they're dreaming about. And you are the one who ultimately decides which future becomes real. This is not light attraction. This is not someone casually liking your pictures or thinking about you once in a while. This is someone who feels something so intense that it almost scares them. They don't just admire you, they want to claim you. In their mind, you are already marked as theirs. While you've been focused on your own life, standing tall, building yourself, glowing in your own energy, they've been quietly constructing a future that includes you. Not daydreaming, not fantasy, actual mental planning, thinking about how it would look, how it would feel, how they could make it real. You may not even understand how deeply you live in their thoughts. In their head, you are not temporary. You are not an option. You are the one they see long term, the one they picture beside them, the one they imagine introducing proudly, protecting fiercely, loving completely. And the most intense part is that they don't even fully grasp how strong this desire has become. They know they feel pulled. They know they can't shake you. But they haven't fully processed just how consumed they are. This person is not over you. Not emotionally. Not mentally. Not energetically. They have surrendered in ways they would never admit out loud. The usual logic doesn't work when it comes to you. Their pride weakens. Their cool, controlled side disappears. Around you, they feel vulnerable, exposed, almost nervous, and that vulnerability has turned into obsession. Because when someone realizes they can't control how much they want you, the feeling intensifies. They don't just want your attention. They want your future. They want to be your everything, your protector, your partner, your builder, your safe place. They want to create something solid and lasting. In their private thoughts, they've imagined commitment. They've imagined permanence. They've imagined binding their life with yours in a serious way. And this isn't just romantic fluff. This is heavy, future-oriented energy. Now here's where it gets intense. If they sense competition, if they feel like someone else could step into your space, something fierce wakes up in them. A determination, a hunger, a refusal to lose. They don't like the idea of anyone else having access to you. You are not casual to them. You are not replaceable. And that can bring out a ruthless edge. Not necessarily in a harmful way, but in a deeply competitive way. They would fight for this. They would strategize for this. They would step up for this. At the same time, the devotion feels real, pure, passionate, almost overwhelming in its depth. This isn't surface-level desire. This is intimacy that runs deep. The kind that imagines waking up beside you years from now. The kind that pictures building, protecting, providing. The kind that thinks about claiming you publicly and privately. There is forever energy surrounding this connection. You might already be feeling it. Random heart flutters. Sudden thoughts about them when you were focused on something else. Dreams that feel strangely vivid. Moments where the idea of commitment or proposal randomly crosses your mind. Signs about union showing up repeatedly around you. Conversations about marriage or long-term relationships happening more often. It can feel like two strong emotional currents pulling at you from different directions. Intense, buzzing, undeniable. Their logical side is not leading right now. Their heart is. Their desire is louder than reason. They are consumed by the idea of you. And here's the most important part. You hold the power here. You are the one being desired. You are the one being planned for. You are the center of this emotional storm. You don't have to chase. You don't have to prove anything. Your presence alone has done enough. Your energy alone has shifted them. Whether they fully admit it or not, they see you as someone worth claiming, worth fighting for, worth building a future with. So if the intensity feels strong, if the air feels charged, if you sense future energy forming around you, you're not imagining it. Something serious is unfolding behind the scenes. Someone is thinking long-term. Someone is planning. Someone is feeling more deeply than they expected. Stay grounded in your worth. Stay aware of your power. Because this isn't small, temporary energy. This is deep. This is consuming. And this is very, very real.